Just waiting for a little bit more people to come on. I hope everybody's excited. I'm excited to do this. If you have any questions around millennials and money, feel free to type them in the box already. I'm hoping this is very interactive. I don't want to sound like I'm preaching or like I am in a lecture hall. So if you have any questions, feel free to stop me along the way, ask questions, and then we'll just take it from there. Yeah. Okay, so as we wait for a little bit more people to come on, I can do a brief intro about myself. My name is Jayne Mazimba. I am a banking professional. I have been working in the banking space for a little over 8 years now. I started in sales. I was doing one-on-one sales, selling financial products, accounts and things like that to individuals. And then I moved on from sales into the marketing department. And then I moved on from the marketing department. Now I am in corporate banking. I'm a relationship manager. I primarily work with businesses, but my passion has always been for personal finances. You know, my personal journey with finances, at some point I found myself very heavily in debt because of some bad decisions that my partner and I had made at the time. And then I found myself having to pay off these debts. So that I took about 2.5 years to work myself into being debt-free. I learned a lot along the way. There were a lot of intentional decisions that I made along the way. So that's basically where really my passion for this started. Having worked myself out of debt, I am now completely debt-free. I'm like literally at zero. I have learned that you have to set other goals, because it's easy to work yourself out of debt and then fall back in, because then you don't have a plan afterwards. So that's why I started Poised Investor. You can find Poised Investor on Facebook. You can find it on Instagram and as well as LinkedIn. It's a personal finance resource where you will find free articles, free PDFs, just, you know, where if you have questions around planning for your finances, budgeting, you don't know how to budget, there are templates there that we'll be sharing. Different models of budgets, of savings, of investing, all that information will be loaded on there for free. But also you will have the opportunity to book one-on-one sessions with various financial experts, financial advisors to help you along your journey. So basically, Poised Investor is a resource for young people and millennials, just to get our finances intact. So that's a little bit of background about myself. I will go ahead and get started now. So from this live chat, at the end of this live chat, I hope that we go away with 4 things that I'm going to touch on. So 1, I'm going to talk about why millennials and money. Why is it important to focus specifically on millennials? Obviously, all the other generations are important, but I have a specific passion and a heart for millennials. And then we will talk about practicing delayed gratification, okay, with your personal finance. And then we will also talk about cultivating your 7 streams of income. I will share examples, possible examples of what your 7 streams of income would look like. And also we will talk about monetizing your social media, okay? So, millennials and money. Why millennials? First of all, I already see a question there from Chuma. I'm going to take note of the question. Maybe Carol can help me to take note, and then we'll tackle it a little bit later on. Yeah, but that's a very good question around debt, right? But first, yes, why millennials and money? It's important for millennials to start seriously taking charge of their money, because primarily we've been like young people, you know what I mean? We've been like chilling, we've been going through life, partying, probably living off the parents and things like that. So it's important because now millennials have matured. Most millennials are between like 25 and like 30, 32, 35. So you're literally in a place where you cannot afford to be a child anymore. You cannot afford to make bad decisions or ungoverned decisions around your money anymore. You're not a kid, to be precise. And also, most millennials right now are the first in their family. So most millennials are the first to get a degree. They are the first to have a job. They are the first to, travel the world. They're like the first generation. So also most people will not have a background as to how to handle their money. They don't have a reference point as to how to invest. If you come from a good family and you're not the first, or maybe you're the second or third generation, kudos to you, but know this, you are in the minority. The majority of Black millennials, it's first doctor, first lawyer, first banker, first whatever it is, right? So we are still learning. It's a place where you don't have direction. Most people don't have like parents or aunties to tell them like, oh, this is where you invest, this is where you save, or this is what you do with your money. And yet the millennials are the biggest working skilled demographic of the population right now. So they are making quite a lot of money. So when we talk about millennials, we also can't help but talk about the Henrys. So what the Henrys are high earning, not rich yet, right? So you're the first doctor in your family, you're the first director in your family, you're earning a very high income, but you're not rich yet. Why? Because also your standard of living has grown, okay? It has expanded, it's become better. You were living in a 1-bedroom apartment. Now, because you're high earning, you've decided to move to an expensive neighborhood, and then you're earning you're in like a 4-bedroom apartment now, okay? You were paying 3,000 kwacha rentals. Now you're high earning, you've gone to a neighborhood where you're paying 13,000. So you're high earning, but you're not rich yet. But the purpose of conversations like this is that we should start becoming we should becoming rich Henrys, right? We don't want to be high earners, not rich yet. We want to be high earners and rich. I don't know what that spells in acronym, right? So if you want to be a wealthy Henry, kindly talk back to me in the comments. Give me a yes. I want to be a Henry. Just talk back to me. Let's interact. I want this to be interactive. Hype me up. I'm a little bit nervous. So that's the reason why it's important for us millennials to talk about money. And also, we are in a place where we have young people coming. We have Generation Z coming up behind us. And these kids are not playing, okay? Have you been reading Forbes? This Generation Zers, they're coming on with tech companies, they're coming on with investments, they're innovative and things like that. And they also don't know what to do with their money. So as millennials, if we're big sisters, big brothers, we position ourselves in a place where we can help and we can share, then we definitely, will be able to grow a generation of people who are wealthy. We want Black people to be wealthy. Can we please change the narrative around Black people and wealth, right? Okay, so that's the first bit about my introduction. Millennials, why it's important. One of the other things I need to mention with millennials before I move on from this is we are parents. Most of us are parents now. I personally have a 5-year-old. He turned 5 on Wednesday. But I know most millennials have children and nieces that people were taking responsibility of now. So we need to teach them about money. We need to take care of them. We need to put a roof over their head and all those things. So, let's just get this money, let's get this knowledge, and let's just, put things in order so we can start to create real wealth and generational wealth.